but he is being chased down by Bischoff in a Porsche, so that should be an interesting one. There you go. Bischoff's just moved up a position, I believe. He's now into 11th, or is the Ben? Yeah, he's up into 11th.
I've started something. I've absolutely started. Not Badger Juice. I have started something in YouTube chat. It's all hashtag 977 at the moment. So either that one person that you thought it was has now created so many accounts that we think it's just a huge group of fans, or they're incredibly popular. But 977 getting all of the cheers right now.
Yeah, why not? Mr. Bischoff in the Porsche. He is the lead Porsche out of the group of 4. So why not give him some props? He's doing a stellar job. We did say earlier on, though, didn't we, where he was qualifying as well. It was, you know, whether or not he was going to be able to get involved in the mix, and clearly he's there. He's put the Porsche up, and he's doing an absolutely stellar job. So well done to you, Mr. Bischoff. You're absolutely flying. Car number 977.
And that is the KKrämer Racing esports team. And I'm just being told in YouTube chat that they are a huge community. So fair play to you guys. And great to see so many of you cheering on. 222, that's the Door Esports blue car. Gets a 15-second penalty for contact with number 8. That's the Grid Finder Racing team. So another penalty. I tell you what, the stewards are going to need a little lie down before long, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. You can see it there. Even the top 23, there's 5 with 15 seconds to be added. Oh, and there's another one. That is car number 21. That is the GTWR. Yep, and that is the contact, what we said earlier on with Veloce. So that was the contact we were talking about earlier on to drop them down out of the top 5.
So that's what happened there. So car 21, which is Whitehead, at the moment made contact with Murphy. Whitehead's now received a penalty for that. So sorry we missed it live at the time, but there's so much going on. It's very difficult to keep abreast of absolutely everything at the same time, but we will try and keep you updated as best as possible as we see 2 cars side by side. So Bischoff has got an Audi, of course, up the inside through the triple right-hander, gets the move done. So is that car 4 that's just squeezed through then, or was that, no, sorry, that was defending against Arnica in the 10 there. So plenty of battling going on through this midfield pack.
Yeah, there must be somewhere in this pack a back marker, because there's constantly a blue flag being waved. You saw it in a brief flick on the right hand side. So within that group of cars between Bishop, Arnica and Murphy, there must be a back marker sat in the middle. We'll try and pick up and find out who it is. But
oh my god, what's happening in YouTube chat? It's just hashtag 977. They've brought the whole team. Look at this, it's nuts. Go for it, guys. Come on, keep going. Now start spamming it on the Twitch side of things as well. Great to see all the support out there for the 977. Do you still think this is one guy?
This is some amazing bot going on. I don't think so. Maybe not. You're dropping me in it there. Yeah, you know what I mean? You're like, yeah, there you go, James, eat that one. I'm like, yeah, all right, thanks, mate. You know what I mean? You wait, Mr. Lollipop over there. I'll tell you.
It's cracking on in Twitch now as well. Well done, everyone. Although Willie Blackhammer's slipping in a hashtag justice for Johnny. No, Willie. It's all about the 977 right now. So yeah, fair play to all of you getting behind your driver. That is fantastic to see. And obviously, if there's fans of other teams and cars and drivers out there, then please also show your support for them as well. And if you go as crazy as that, we'll make sure that we call out that support as well. But 977 up to 9th with Bischoff at the moment. We are starting to see a couple of cars into the pits, though. So Murphy in the 66 and Zampedri in the 85 have taken to the pits. There was a question in Twitch chat a minute ago, which was about stint lengths. Yes, stint lengths are 65 minutes, and the maximum that any one of the 3 drivers can drive for is 130 minutes.
It is. Well done.
Did I remember it right that time?
You did. Well done. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
That's all right. I'll put in for a pay rise for you. Okay. Maybe we'll get
one extra peanut.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. We might get free tickets to the expo.
Yeah, although, well, as long as we don't have to drive there, because the fuel would cost us about £8 million to get there.
Oh, no, the tickets come with flights and that, and hotels and all that.
Oh, well, there you go.
Paid for by ADAC. Did you not know?
I shall see you at the bar then, very shortly.
Absolutely. And they've also told us the tab's open as well, so we don't have to worry about that either.
Excellent. The guys at the Expo and SGP have just all fallen off their chairs. Meanwhile, we have pretty much exactly 5 hours to go. Coming out of the pits right about now, and this is where it gets really confusing for us commentators, because the names that we've just got used to over the last hour are all changing as they change drivers.
Unless they double stint.
Unless they double stint. You're absolutely right. And some of them will.
Yeah, it looks like Bischoff has. If I'm not mistaken, he's still in the car. And he's just come out the pits. So car number 977 there, unless the information's not updated, and he hasn't, but I'm pretty sure Bishop has stayed where he is and is still in the car in 10th place.
But, so yeah, anyway, let's switch back to this battle here as Fiala is fighting hard there, but we've got some back markers in and amongst the action there as well. My feed is just broken up for a moment. There we go, it's back now, so I can bring you the action live. But Fiala just trying to stay with Murdasov through that pack, as is Hosseini, and then Jardier just trying to follow them all through as well. But that is Fiala and Hosseini side by side, and Hosseini goes to the outside, but this is now going to be Fiala to the inside into the final corner. And look at that Veloce car of Jardier right behind them. So this is now a fully fledged 3-way as we come across the stripe.
You're not going to have a freeway for very long, because Bischoff is closing out the back there. He's trying to get himself involved as well, getting towed along from the back mark. You see Fiala make that move. He's got in deep. He's going to lose. Oh, Veloce's gone round on the left-hand side. Did he hold it? There was a big old slide.
Yes,
he held it. Bischoff's in the mix as well as they go sweeping through the S's, taking these 2 wide. They've got to be a respectful amount of room. Here is Bischoff in the Porsche of the top 10, absolutely closed the gap, and we've now got a 4-way that we can put a blanket over the top of, because there is not much gap between any of them now, and this is absolutely incredible considering we're only 1 hour, and stop it, Adam, stop it, I can hear you chuckling in my ear. 1 hour and 35 in, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and Bischoff really looking to find a way past Jardier. And then directly behind, you've got Rezer in, I think that's another one of the GTWR cars directly behind. I'm getting all my letters the wrong way round, but you can see the pace of the Audi in a straight line compared to the Porsche. And look at it, just breeze past Bischoff there. But Bischoff will now be quicker through this next section, through the twisty-turny section, and will certainly not hang back in trying to make a move back past Rezer. But the pace of that Porsche up the straight was staggering as Rezer now defends from Bischoff. Bischoff up the inside into the sharp left-hander, though. They're now going to go triple right-hander, and he's got the move done.
Yeah, Bischoff is through that Porsche, no matter what that speed is. I tell you what, if he's carrying more ring on the straight, that would explain why the Audi breezed past him. But I tell you what, he has got that Porsche like it is on rails, going around that middle section of the circuit, because he done an absolute stellar job there to get back past. An unbelievable job as they come on to the start-finish straight before they go into turn 1. Blue flags away even for somebody. They're further up the field. They're not going to affect Bischoff at this moment in time. So Bischoff here is He looks like he's gone majorly defensive early.
Well, and he's had to because of the straight line pace of that Audi. The Audi hanging it round the outside, but has to tuck back in behind through the S's section that's coming up next. I don't think it's a setup difference that you see in here, James. This is the difference between these two cars. The Porsche, very, very strong through the twisty, turny sections, but that Audi is super quick in a straight line, but also the launch out of the corners from the Audi is just absolutely staggering. So that's where the Audi's going to gain time back. But Bischoff has done a good job just to gap him enough that he's not going to just breeze past down the straight this time around. Yeah. Or will he?
No, he's going to have a fight on his hand. He's going to need to tuck straight back out the, as close as he possibly can to try and get it as they're heading down the straight now. I think Bischoff's going to hold this. He has got to send that from so far back. That would be so dangerous to send it now as it's coming down the straightaway down to 12. The left-hander, I don't think he's going to. No. He's too far back, mate. He can't even take that chance with that. If he was a little bit closer, I'd understand. But I think Bischoff's probably sitting there thinking, please don't fight with us, because we were up there earlier with Fiala, with Honsick, with Husini, and now they're fighting. They've dropped back a little bit, and it's not on the ideal scenario that they're going to be wanting to do that.
No, 100% agree with you, but Bischoff has done a great job. It has dropped them back off the pack in front of them. We saw Jardier getting very, very sideways at turn 1. I still don't know how he stopped that Veloce car from spinning all the way round at turn 1. But a great save nonetheless. Husini still only just ahead of Fiala. Honsick has fallen back a couple of seconds from those two, actually. Bischoff. So we've got some action going on here. So this is Bischoff with a back marker. Sorry, that is a back marker, but just I heard something in my ear go ooh ooh ooh, and it assumed it was going to be a battle, but it wasn't. Right. But there we go. So Bischoff apparently getting past the back marker quite robustly, shall we say?
Yeah. Paying dividends here tonight.
Yeah, I think the only other car that could really live with it in a straight line is probably the Lexus. But as I know from my own experience just recently, that Lexus is a bit of a handful through the windy first sector. So yeah, it's interesting to see the Audis here putting on such a great show. But this 977 car is putting in a great effort considering they're driving a Porsche. They have been up in the top 10 at times. Bowser back in the car right now. And by the way, it is lovely to now be able to pass over to you for any complicated names, because it sounds like you've got them off pat.
Like Tiskevich, like you had a bit earlier on before I joined the broadcast. Yeah, I mean, I'll be completely honest with you, even though I do speak multiple languages, even I have difficulties. Take, for instance, Igor Ogorodnikov. I used to struggle with that the first time I commentated on that guy. But now that's a bit more down pat. There are some ones that might even trip myself up tonight this evening, so don't worry. I can only apologise in advance.
Well, I think the one that you really missed earlier, I'm just trying to find it on my list so I can actually get it, but it came out as vola la 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 la.
I thought you were going to start singing la 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 all of a sudden.
No, it kind of went in that direction, so yes, it was, yeah. But we got there eventually. So the sun is, well, beginning to disappear now. It's becoming a bit more dusky. We've lost that orange glow across the track.
I'm going to use second because that's going to give me better purchase coming out of the corner, and when I hit the throttle, it's not going to respond like we have, like we've seen earlier on in the race.
Boothby with a 205 flat that time around, so a pretty strong follow-up to his 204.7 as we see the 977 car. So stand by. Here we go, 977's on screen, so bang, we're about to get hashtag 977 in all the chats. Go is what I'm saying. Oh, some of them are already in there, look. But I think we're probably going to get a wave more of them right now. But this 977 car still performing well. 15th at the moment. But of course, we will wait for some of the pit stops just to shake out and reorder things. These guys have got an outside chance at the top 10 tonight. To 9/10 of a second. So he's absolutely flying. He must have really cooked those rears, but absolutely flying. Ing is Fly right up behind Neath as well. So we've got a battle for 18th, and it is incredible the amounts of battles that we've got going on at this late stage of the race.
But Orlando Hetzer had the job done. Louis Fly, who we spoke to a little bit earlier on, is now closing in. That's on Eric Neath for the KKrämer Racing esports car as we go to another replay.
We do indeed. Thank you, Hydronox. Quote marks, my throat is desperate for some kind of liquid. Adam 2022. Yes, thank you for that, Hydronox. I knew somebody would pick up on that, but there you go.
I've just had a DM on Discord, courtesy of Luke Whitehead. He said, "Good to see you commentating on a race that I'm in finally." Yes, after a very, very long time, Luke Whitehead. You're welcome. That's the great way about how the community gets in touch with each other, whether it be via Discord, via social media, or by you people. Yeah. Oh, okay. His rally is gone. Wasn't sure, but I thought I'd. Oh, here we go. What's
Sorry,
going on
small amount of contact between Fly and Neath. I think Fly had just got back through past Neath, and then Neath with a small amount of contact through that tricky section. Sorry, go back to talking about his rally.
Yeah, saying wasn't sure, but I thought I recognised the dulcet tones of AG. All checked and correct. Do I win anything for that? You get a thumbs up in the YouTube chat very, very shortly from yours truly. Or actually, I'll do a dab emoji. There we go. Job done.